Hey guys, just want to give you a bit of an update about what's going on with Ethereum. I know many of you who are holding Ethereum and altcoins are quite disappointed with the price action, especially in light of Bitcoin going to 100k, and very little of that has been running off into the altcoins. We have seen Bitcoin dominance fall down over the past month or two, but all of that action has gone into Ripple, and because Ripple did a 5x from its already massive $30 billion market cap to 150 billion, it has essentially absorbed all of the action that would have been going into other things. And then we most recently had the situation with the Trump meme coins, with Trump and Melania's coin just absolutely draining the value of the overall crypto market cap. It didn't really seem to affect Bitcoin too much, but all the altcoins massively suffered as a result of these coins. It just sucked up all the value, and even I think as these coins sell off, a lot of the value just seems to be going back into Bitcoin or perhaps USDT. So I mean, long story short, the altcoins have been having a really rough time outside of those few coins that I mentioned. Also, Solana has been doing well because Solana is the platform that the Trump meme coin was launched on. But I'm going to give a bit of hopium in regards to Ethereum, because, Ethereum is the principal altcoin. Once Ethereum pumps, most coins will pump after that, because most altcoins still are on the Ethereum virtual machine. And I want to just give you a bit of information about seasonality. So what is seasonality? Seasonality is just an indicator showing the bullish and bearish times of a certain coin. So as you can see here, Ethereum performs well and performs poorly at certain times. And there's a saying that, you can sell in May, go away. Well, I would go as far as saying June. It tends to be, well, actually, maybe not in this chart. It varies a little bit, but from January to June, Ethereum seems to perform quite well. The reason why, I don't know, but the second half of the year tends to be worse. This is going to give a little bit more data on that. So you can see in January, it tends to be a pretty good time. The decline of ETH BTC was in full swing from last year, so you can't really see that reflected. But you can certainly see February tends to be very bullish, March tends to be bullish, April very bullish, and May the most bullish for Ethereum. And if you notice on the chart, I didn't select Ethereum USD because I think it would show that it's even more bullish. But what I've shown you is ETH BTC. So ETH versus BTC, ETH is much further up. Like if you want to make money, if you just want to make money in terms of sats, with the intention of selling altcoins to, get more Bitcoin, then the time to be holding Bitcoin is in the start of the year. Okay, so it turns out May is actually the cutoff. So June is not a good year. I was wrong about that. So from January to May, it's kind of the best time for Ethereum. August seems all pretty decent as well. Now, that's the backdrop of that, but it's more important to talk about what's going on with Trump. So now that Trump has outed himself as a hardcore crypto user, I mean, the meme coin was, I think, the biggest proof of that. I think some huge things are going to be happening this year, but I got to give Trump's portfolio. I got to show you what he's been up to in case you haven't been paying attention. Beyond the meme coin, there was this, right? So this was, I think, Trump's first foray into publicly outing his crypto inner G-Gen. And he has these NFTs, digital trading cards, an official Trump NFT. And what is it built on? Well, it's built on the, it's an ERC20 token, of course, right? So there's that. And then we've got World Liberty Financial. So this is the first thing that was actually released by Trump. World Liberty Financial is an Aave fork. So Aave is a yield aggregator where people can go there, stake their coins. They can provide liquidity for lending services, and they can make money doing that. So World Liberty Financial is aiming to be like that. It's in the DeFi realm, and the thing is that World Liberty Financial, again, it's just a fork of Aave. I don't expect it to be anything groundbreaking, but you can't ignore the fact that it was made by the president. Now, I don't necessarily think that the president himself is on a computer doing this stuff. I'm sure it's an inner circle around him that is doing this stuff. Probably his family, maybe even Barron Trump. He seems to be giving Trump a lot of ideas, especially about crypto. But the fact that it's just being shilled, by the most popular man in the world is a really big deal. I mean, if you think that, when Elon Musk started shilling Doge and Bitcoin back in 2021, if you thought that had a big impact, which it did, I mean, just wait, as president, when Trump starts shilling his own things. I mean, you saw what happened when it came to his meme coin. All he had to do was post it, and it's, worth like $50 billion. I'm very much against it, by the way, but that's just the power that this man has. And the next one as well is he's got a publicly tracked wallet. So for those that actually want to track this wallet, it's right here. This is Trump's wallet, or again, it's managed by his team or whatever. I have no idea if he knows how to even manage this kind of stuff. It's kind of complicated, especially for someone in their late 70s. But you can see here that Trump's personal wallet has 1.6 million in Ethereum in it. So he owns Ethereum, and he's got about 250,000 of other various tokens, all on the ERC20 network. Things I don't really know about. Wrapped CAU, I don't know what that is. Realo, he's got some USDC, etc. And I'm sure there's, a lot of these random crappy coins you see here. I'm pretty certain this is just people sending him random tokens. So kind of like what people did with Vitalik Buterin. Like when a new meme coin would be released, they would just send like a bunch of the supply to like some random wallet as a burn address. And people would do it to famous celebrities in the assumption that they have no idea how to actually redeem those tokens. And I'm sure many of the holders of this one here, this is one of my favorite ones, Harry Potter Sonic Obama Inu coin, has he's only got 4K of it. I thought this was a burn address. I thought he would have millions of it. But still, yeah, people just send random tokens to Trump to so when people see these tokens come in, they'll think, oh wow, Trump's bought Harry Potter Dogecast Pikachu coin, and then they'll go buy it. But outside of that, he actually has purchased a number of serious ERC20 tokens. So he's definitely in the game for that. The next thing I want to bring up is Gary Gensler, who's head of the SEC, is going to be stepping down. And in his place, you've got a very pro-crypto person that is going to replace him. His name's Mark Ueda. And just recently, there was a bit of pump in crypto, which I don't really pay attention to because the market is just so sensitive to anything. Trump could think about Bitcoin and the price would go up. But Bitcoin and crypto market set for rally as acting SEC market Mark Ueda launches crypto task force, and he's responsible for undoing and creating a lot of laws. Essentially, he's going to be outlining a framework for crypto regulation and essentially undoing some of the damage that Gary Gensler has done. One of them, of the many that are currently happening right now, is that they plan to formally withdraw and reconsider the proposed amendments to Rule 3B-16, which proposed to expand the definition of exchange to include DeFi protocols. Now, it was a big deal back in the day that there was concern that decentralized exchanges and other Web3 protocols like Uniswap would be treated no differently to Binance or Bybit or whatever. A decentralized exchange would have to go through the same rigorous protocols as a centralized exchange would, which, by the way, in America is a lot. It's a lot more than in other countries. It's actually one of the reasons why whenever you sign up to some new coin, you're trying to get into an ICO for something, you're trying to get in the pre-sale of some new token, it says, you cannot buy this token if you're from the following countries: Zimbabwe, North Korea, Iran, Syria, and United States, right? Because the United States just requires so many different rules that it's quite preventative. It's quite a barrier for entry for new players in the market. And this has always been a thorn in the side of DeFi, because a lot of the big projects do tend to be based in America, but they've always had this thing hanging over their shoulder that makes them feel like that at any time they could get a Wells notice and they're going to be summoned to court and they're going to get the Ripple treatment, or the Binance treatment and stuff like that. And many of these, decentralized exchanges are meant for people to not have to KYC and not go through all this AML stuff, right? But if they were going to be treated in the same way, I mean, these DeFi, decentralized exchanges just wouldn't be able to function in America. They would still function, but they just wouldn't deal in America. They would just have to block the address. And so that's something that has been a factor in impeding the expansion of decentralized finance. But if this persecution gets unrolled out, gets rolled back in, then we could see an explosion of DeFi. I think there would be a lot more DeFi protocols that would be comfortable to do business. And most of these DeFi protocols, again, still on the ERC20 network, you know, the biggest ones like Uniswap, Aave, etc., you know, they all deal on the ERC20 network. But it will have a positive impact on the other virtual machines like Solana, like Polygon, etc. But Ethereum will disproportionately benefit from this. The next thing that I want to bring up is SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce sheds light on Ethereum ETF staking under new administration. So there's been the Ethereum ETFs that have rolled out since last year to a mixed response. You know, it hasn't really performed as well as Bitcoin. But one thing that could have been potentially holding it back is that one of the big advantages to holding Ethereum, especially such a large amount of Ethereum, is that you can stake it and you can make a yield, but all those people who were investing in the Ethereum ETFs are robbed of this yield, where they could be actually making a decent return every year. They'll definitely increase the value of those ETFs. And this is what's being said right now. Peirce stated her hopes of revisiting two key SEC decisions related to crypto ETFs. These are in-kind redemptions and enabling Ethereum ETFs to begin staking. These changes, which had little chance of seeing approval under outgoing chair Gary Gensler, now seem more feasible. So if these Ethereum funds have the right to stake their clients' Ethereum, then you're looking at a return of 4.83%, and this is just the industry average according to stakingrewards.com. And there's a chance that they could actually get above that, because I'm assuming that they're going to do some like fixed staking thing where they do it for like a year or two, maybe even 10 years. Maybe they've also got some other thing where, you know, because they've got such a high amount, they can create their own validator thing. You know, they don't have to use a third party like st.eth or like any of these other Ethereum ones. But you could see that in a way it could become like a replacement for the treasury bond, right? So if we look at the current yields for treasury bonds, 3 months, 6 months, whatever, like the highest one, which is the 30-year government bond, that's the only thing that equals what the current Ethereum, the current staking for Ethereum is, what the market rate is. So ETH staking wasn't really a factor to consider when the Ethereum ETFs came out. The big reason to get into Ethereum ETFs is simply because it's like Bitcoin, but just a little more speculative, and you can make more money on it. It was just meant as a speculative exercise, but all those people who have got in now have the opportunity to make up to 5%, and it's flexible, right? Like they can pull out any time. It's not like these government bonds where they have to hold it in for 3 months to, like, you know, up to 30 years. Like they can make just using flexible staking, they can get up to 5%. That instantly makes Ethereum ETFs more valuable and a bigger reason for more money to flow into it. And this, in some sense, is reflected on the Ethereum spot ETF inflows. As you can see here, the moment the ETFs were released, it was met very poorly. In fact, there was huge outflows the moment that it came out in July. But you can see what happened here. When we started to get these massive inflows, you can see the coincidence in timing, like what was going on around this time in November. That was the election. So optimism of Trump being elected and then him being actually elected prompted a lot of institutions to start stacking Ethereum because of all the things that I've mentioned before. And also what I've just mentioned now, because Ethereum can essentially take advantage, well, Ethereum ETFs can take advantage of staking, it seems that it's become significantly more valuable to get an Ethereum ETF. And it's all thanks to Trump. Going back to Trump's World Liberty Finance, we can see here that just recently they've purchased another $24 million worth of ETH, and their current holdings are worth $188 million. So I don't know if this is something within Trump's inner circle that they can see happening on the horizon, but I would assume that they believe that the changes that are happening are going to disproportionately affect DeFi and Ethereum at large. You can see just last month, this World Liberty Finance wasn't just buying ETH, but other ERC20 tokens like Link and Aave. And they've even gone as far as to getting into ENS domain. So that's Ethereum domain name. You've got worldliberty.eth, trumpcoin.eth, erictrump.eth, etc. So that's today's Hopium. I hope if you've been bag holding ETH for a little while, that you can be encouraged that things are probably going to turn around eventually, and we're going to get some pretty big pumps. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and check out my referral link in the description down below. If you want to get ETH without KYC using a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange, you can do so on local CoinSwap. You can use any payment method that you could possibly imagine, everything from TransferWise, Revolut, Cash, whatever. You can use it to buy Ethereum via P2P, and it doesn't require any KYC at all. So make sure to check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.